Welcome back to the Stephen A. Smith Show right here over the digital airwaves of YouTube and, of course, iHeartRadio. Let's get right to week 4 of the NFL season with my next guest, the Hall of Famer, who spent years with the Minnesota Vikings, where all he did was catch touchdowns. He's a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest wide receivers in the history of football, and a pretty damn good NFL analyst, if I should say so myself. The one and only Cris Carter, CC himself. What the hell is that? You got a gold background, bold curtain back. What's going on?
No, this is not the home studio. This is not the crib in Boca. I'm on the road in Paris with my wife. It happens to be her birthday. We're celebrating in Paris a couple of days. And then we're going to see your guy, Aaron Rodgers, play against my undefeated Vikings. But I wanted the people downstairs to show you. Now, it's not time to pop the bottle yet on the Viking season, but we do. We got a little Dom Perignon going on here. We got some purple balloons for you. We got a chocolate football here for you, Stephen A. Because the reason why even football fans in Paris are excited about the Vikings, because what other team in the NFL could be undefeated and defeat 3 other playoff teams that won games the previous season that you wouldn't be saying, wow, this team's exciting. Man, I can't wait to see them play. Only the Vikings could do that, and then you not acknowledge their success.
I'm going to start off getting to them right now because they are 4-0 on the season after beating Green Bay, was up 28-0, almost blowing that game. How are you feeling about your Minnesota Vikings at this particular moment in time? I ain't going to lie to you. I actually have them as the best team in football at this particular moment. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I got to give respect where it's due with an undefeated record and a defense led by Brian Flores, who's showing me a little something, and not to mention Sam Darnold as well. How are you feeling about your Vikings?
I feel great about them. If you look at the 8 or 9 free agents that Brian Flores went out and got, not household names, not, people are not going to be reading the press clippings about these football players, but he knew the players that fit into his system. So for me, when you're playing that type of defense this early in the season, and then coupled with their all-pro tight end is not available yet, he's going to start getting ready, probably come off the IR in the next 4 weeks. We saw last year's first-round pick. When he's in the lineup with Justin Jefferson, he's capable of being an all-star by himself. And Sam Darnold, man, our coaching system, they've been recruiting Sam Darnold since he was in high school. We just happens that our head coach, Kevin O'Connell, he was at a passing camp, Elite 11, when he was in high school. So he also followed him at USC. He also did background checks on him when he was coming into the league. So Sam Darnold was always a great athlete playing quarterback who he thought, when he got drafted by the Jets, he was the youngest player in the league. So this is a coach that's been after this player. And now with the other system that we have around in the system, the other players we have, and the defense, that's why you're able to see success for Sam Darnold like he's never seen his career.
Well, what the hell was he doing the last 6 years, CC? I'm looking at him right now. Number 1, leads the NFL with TD passes, leads the NFL with a 118.9 passer rating, 3rd in the NFL with a 73.6 QBR, okay? And 2nd in the NFL to Brock Purdy, 8.8 yards per pass attempts. Where the hell was this Sam Darnold the last 6 years?
Stephen A., we see this every year. We watch organizations ruin quarterbacks. Carolina Panthers, just recent history. But this goes back 30 years, man. If you're not in the right system, if you don't have someone looking for your best interest, guess what New England's doing right now? They realize Jacoby Brissett's their best option. We're not going to put that kid out there to get all those sacks, all those bad memories. Very few of our elite quarterbacks come back from getting pounded when they're earlier in their career. Troy Aikman did it. Yes. Peyton Manning did it, but very few. So just like Bill Belichick talks about more games are lost than won, more quarterbacks' careers are ruined by bad organizations and coaching. And that's what Sam Darnold experienced, which a lot of other quarterbacks experience in the league.
Why are they getting away with it? You know, Tom Brady came on this show weeks ago and actually spoke about this, CC, where he talked about quarterbacks being thrown out there earlier, not prepared, not receiving the level of coaching and tutelage that guys like himself and various others received leading into their careers as starting quarterbacks in the National Football League. Why do you think that is, considering that the quarterback position is the most popular position, most important position in football, like so many of them are being abused and not tutored correctly? How has this happened in the National Football League?
Well, the number one thing is the organizations listen to their fan base too much. And they think when they watch these kids play, USC, even Ohio State, Alabama, oh, they're instantly ready. No, they're not ready for the NFL. The types of defenses, the play calling, the amount of pressure that they face week in and week out. It is not it's not a position that most kids are ready for. So, but to take the time, because if you're at the top of the draft, you lost a lot of games. And most coaches and the organization is not going to be patient with that coach if he's lost a lot of games. So they force the kid in there to try to start that timetable between coach and quarterback. And that mix doesn't always work. Man, when you're making Kool-Aid, sometimes you need a little more sugar than what they tell you on the packaging. And with these kids, they need a little more time to wait. Like Tom Brady said, Aaron Rodgers has said the same thing in the last couple of weeks, to develop on the sideline before they get in there and have to face that intense pressure.